And the police state ends with me, and we made it one more day. I'm going to have to talk really fast today to get through all the information, and I'm extremely ill as well, so please just bear with the poor presentation today. But here we go. Folks, please see the news report in the description below. It's only a minute or so long, so please take the time to watch it. Okay, after watching that video, the Bartlesville Police false statements, lies, just continue. These are proven lies, folks. The Bartlesville Police told reporters it was a, quote, private conversation. That is a lie. The city council member contacted me in writing and in the very first line represented herself as, quote, the city council Ward 4 representative. I had never met in person, spoken on the phone to, or corresponded in writing to in any way with this person before, ever. I had and have absolutely no personal or private relationship with this person that at the time was the city council representative for me, as I live in Ward 4. This was official government business by her own written statements. Please go back and watch the video, City Council Involvement, Dirty Politics Turns into Corruption, for a further detailed explanation of this. But she states, in part, quote, anyway, I read your post about your encounters with the police and other crazy occurrences, and I'd love to meet with you about it. Would you be willing to meet me for coffee sometime? I'd love to hear you recap everything in person. So in the first line she says, I'm the City Council Ward 4 representative, never spoken to her before, and she wants to talk about my encounters with the police and other crazy occurrences. And she calls for a meeting. That post she's referring to that she read of mine was not to her. It was a general post online to news sites and Bartlesville groups on Facebook. I've read the post in detail, in its entirety, in the details videos. If you go back to the beginning videos, you'll see a bunch of, about 5 of them that say details. It's in that video, the post that she's referring to. You can go back and watch those videos to get that information. She contacted me, this city council representative contacted me. It was not personal, and it was directly about the Bartlesville Police corruption I've been talking about now going on 2 years. Folks, this proves the Bartlesville Police's statements to reporters is a lie when they say, quote, it was a private conversation. That is an absolute lie and just politics to try to paint this issue as, oh, don't believe that guy and don't have a personal conversation with him, look what he'll do to you. That is such a lie. It was official government business by the city council members' request, period. Another quick item. I absolutely reject the premise that the recording was unknown by all involved. In fact, at the very beginning of the phone meeting, I was informed that a special headset was being used by the city council member to talk to me. A headset I looked up online that is used often for recording phone conversations. Let's not pretend that there isn't more than one recording of this and that the city council representative didn't intend to give it to the Bartlesville Police if she felt I said something they would like to use against me. Let's not be that naive to think that. I provided volumes of written documentation proving the things I talked about in the meeting, and I even provided in writing virtually all the things I said in the meeting. I made no secret of my desire for this to be public and documented, as I had already done so in online posts. It is just politics to try to slam the person whistleblowing as a jerk rather than address the corruption with the Bartlesville Police. The city council member expressed great concern about the behavior of the Bartlesville Police. That is a fact. Trying to diminish that by saying it was a private conversation and the documentation of the meeting was unknown it's just foolish. It's foolish politics, and no objective person would believe that. I also reject the premise that the release of the Bartlesville City Council members' comments were malicious, which implies some ulterior motive, which is just more lies in politics. This is what I'm doing today, before, every day for going on almost 2 years now. I mean, well, not almost 2 years, just past 1 year, moving into 2 years now. This is continued whistleblowing and an attempt to remedy corruption with the Bartlesville Police and Bartlesville City Council that is trying to cover up that corruption. Again, this is going on 2 years now, and everyone involved and many, many other people know all about it. To call this whistleblowing malicious is just politics and lies. You can dislike whistleblowing and whistleblowers. Indeed, it seems most people seem to. But it is needed with the government corruption like this in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and Washington County, Oklahoma. The police also told reporters they are investigating me, going on 2 years, I might add, for, quote, a completely separate reason. That is a lie. And I want to point out something. Not in this article I attached down here in the description, but in other articles, it's quoted statements like that coming from Anthony Lynn. Now, he's the Fraternal Order of Police President in Bartlesville. He's also the person that signed the false warrant affidavit against me, the fraudulent warrant affidavit. He has lied from the start. He's the one that came here. He's the one that did most of the insulting against me and threatening of me. He's the one leading this corruption. And for this, in this news report down here, they did not quote him. So I'm not saying he said what's in that news report. But in other news reports, they quoted him. For them to interview him and never even talk to me. What does that show you about some of the media? They don't care about objectivity. Some media even said that I am anti-police. Announce to the world that I'm anti-police. I was raised by a retired police officer. I am not anti-police. I am anti-corrupt police and anti-corrupt Bartlesville and Washington County of Oklahoma government. Yes. I'm anti-Bartlesville Police corruption. Yes. But to act like I hate all police when I was raised by a retired police officer and loved him with all my heart, and my grandfather passed away when I was 16, how can they say that? Oh, well, I looked at a couple of your videos and you seem very heated against police. 99% of those videos are labeled Bartlesville Police. Sure, I'm pointing out other bad police in the country, but I said probably 40 times throughout these videos, I'm not talking about all cops. I'm talking about the bad cops. And also pointing out that you're not a good cop if you let bad cops get away with it. But, folks, we can't let this media get away with this sort of thing. I put this article down in the description below because I think it was the most objective one. So they're saying they're investigating me going on 2 years for a completely separate reason. That is a lie. As I've already detailed earlier in this video, the conversation I had with the city council member was clearly on the same reason all of this has been: the illegal and abusive acts of the Bartlesville Police and others involved. This is not a completely separate issue. The civil and human rights violation and continued lies by the Bartlesville Police, public lies to the media and to everyone else, making written, signed, lying public documents, defaming me, destroying my life. These continued lies by the Bartlesville Police and their effort to frame an innocent person at the behest of Mike Moore and James Brazel of Jane Phillips Medical Center leadership and others involved is sickening. For the police to tell reporters it is a completely separate issue that they're investigating me for is a terrible lie. And just watch as reporters continue to let them, the Bartlesville Police, get away with the lies. I've talked about this in many videos. how the media seems to call an investigation just asking the police what they should report and what the police want them to say. And then, I mean, they say, what do you think, police? And then the media just regurgitates it. Even when the police are lying. The media should call them on their lies if they are truly being objective and reporting the news. Excuse me. Folks, these are absolute, proven lies by the Bartlesville Police, right to the media. And they just continue to get away with it. Why? Why are people allowing them to get away with these lies? Well, I'm not. I'm not letting them get away with it. I'm speaking out. And if you think the Bartlesville Police won't lie about you too, and the Bartlesville City Council and all these other people involved won't cover it up against you as well, well, I hope you never find out. This is just disgusting corruption and lies. And the police state ends with me. And again, I apologize for the poor presentation today. I'm just sick. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.